what's up guys? Holy Ass with you here, bringing you That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, episode 3 review. This episode continued with them having up, their battle plan for the dire wolves and stuff. And, our main character, Ryuma, or Ryu, I'm not sure if it's Remora or Remuru, something like that. I'm gonna say Remora because it sounds like it better. But Remora, he's funny because they took him to the building where all the injured were at, and they had asked, can you heal the wounded? And he looked at the wounded and he looked at them and he's like, let me try something. And he ended up swallowing one of the goblins. And it's funny because remember he had eaten a whole bunch of herbs earlier and made potions. Well, those potions are still in him. So every time he kept on swallowing someone, he kept on giving them a potion at the same time and then spit them out. And they got completely healed. So he just kept on doing this pattern over and over and over. And this character is just very, very broken with the things he can do. But, it was cool seeing him, heal everybody. And seeing him command them and give them a battle plan to fight the dire wolves. And basically they just fortified, a big fence around the city. The only opening was the entrance to the city, which that's where he was standing. And the dire wolves came to attack. And when they came, some of them got ripped apart and shot down with arrows. But the reason why they were able to get shot down with the arrows is because, like I said, they got ripped apart first. Because they didn't notice when they were charging into the city, Slime, the main character, had made a whole bunch of needle threads from his, the spider web that he ate earlier. From the spider he ate earlier, so now he can make those spider webs. So, yeah, some of them got caught and they got ripped apart, or I don't say ripped apart, but got cut real badly, and then they got shot because they were off guard. And then the leader decided to fight our main character, and it was a very short fight, as you see in the thumbnail. He tied him up pretty well in the air, and then just water blade him right in the throat, cut off his whole head. I was like, whoa, wasn't expecting that. But again, on the other hand, when you look at it realistically, it had to be done. To calm down a pack of animals, you got to take out the leader, so makes sense. And it's funny because he ate the leader and then turned into, he gained his skills, of course, because that's his, that's his main ability. A predator. He eats something or somebody, and he gains his skills over it. So he used Mimic. He turned into the wolf that he ate later, and he howled at the wolves, and he told them, leave or die. And it's funny because they didn't leave, but they didn't bother to attack either. What they all did was they just all crawled up to him and then bowed. And now he's like, oh God, now I have to take care of y'all as well. So it continues with, the next day, and the dire wolves and the goblins are not together, and he basically, he's gonna tell them from now on, you're gonna live as a pair. And they didn't understand what that meant, live as a pair, so he had to explain to them, which was unique. But they are animals, so it makes sense why they wouldn't understand those human terminology, pairing together to live or grouping together as a family. So, but after this, he wanted to select different people to do different jobs. Problem is, he forgot that he didn't know anybody's name, so he asked the elder, "What are your names?" And the elder told him something which is kind of interesting, because this is how usually the animal kingdom works. He said that we don't have names, we just speak to each other through our emotions, telepathically. So the son decided, okay, I'm going to give you all names. And they all got super, super happy for some odd reason when he said that. So, but later on we realized why. After him giving, certain people names, he gave the old man, goblin, his son's best friend, some other goblins, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he gave every single goblin a name. But then when it comes to the dire wolves, he only gave the one with the star in his forehead, which was the old leader's firstborn son, and only son that we know so far. he gave him a name and then fainted because he ran out of magic. He kept on his magic was getting absorbed every time he would give them a name, which was weird. So he had to use his recuperate time, which was 3 days, and he waited 3 days to recuperate. When he woke up, he realizes everybody he named evolved, and that's why they were happy. And that's why he was losing magic. Basically, when it comes to creatures, by giving them a name or a title, by giving them a name, it's kind of like giving a human a title. You know, we humans, when we do any type of sport or activity that we have ranks in, or we join the military, we got different, levels to them. And each level has a different rank that gives you different privileges. Where in the Monster Kingdom, just by giving them a name, and depending on what name you give them, they can evolve into certain things. So all the goblins became hobgoblins, and the male ones, and all the female goblins became goblets, I think it's pronounced. So, and all the direwolves evolved as well, because the original one that he gave the name to, they all formed a contract pact with him, so they connected to him. So when he evolved, the other ones evolved. They all look the same, they're just all bigger. The only one who really has a major difference is the main direwolf, that is the son of the old leader. Which, as we know so far, none of these guys have hold a grudge against the goblins or the slime, so it's good to know. But yeah, he gave them, after all that names and stuff, and he fainted and woke up and realized how happy they were and why. It's funny because the wolf barges in. I believe he named him Star or Starwind, something like that. He barges in and he's so happy to see his master, the slime, because that's what he's calling him, master. He starts shaking his tail like a dog. Problem is, he's huge. So he ended up making a tornado and blasting the slime up in the air, which was funny, but kind of cute at the same time because they were all like worried about him. But later on, it was also stated that they are very, very bad at making houses, and they have no one with any clothes skills as well. So they decided to, thanks to the elder telling him that we were offered once clothes and weapons, or clothes and accessories, I should say, by the dwarves. And the main character, the slime, got super happy. He was like, "Ooh, dwarves, cool!" Because we all know dwarves. They got the best materials to make the best weapon and armor, and even regular clothes is beautiful and deadly. So trading with them and making them allies would be very useful for himself, but also for these people, the goblins and direwolves he's helping out. So he just ends off with the slime, the main character, the female goblin with the big boobs that was in his face, that he was like, "To a villain." The son, the youngest son of the elder, and his best friend. Those four are our main characters of slime. All five of them got on the direwolves and they spit off to where the Dwarven Kingdom's at. And that was basically the end of the episode. But it was nice knowing that because of how powerful he is. Now I'm not sure if this could happen with any character that's human or have human-like intelligence like him, but the fact that monsters can evolve just by giving them a name is pretty OP. Because everyone in that village, when they evolved, got way bigger and stronger. And the wolves were already big and strong, so. But yeah, this was a really great episode. I'm loving the world building and the analyzation, and every time he do something, how they break it down into specific details. And they leave the subtitles up there for like at least about 5-6 seconds for you to pause and actually read it all, so you can understand what's going on. So I'm really liking this. It kind of reminds me of like a Die Hack / Overlord type feel. And since we just lost Overlord, because the third season ended, it's nice to have something that like can compete with it. I'm not saying that it's better. It's too early to say that, but so far it's done pretty good in just the 3 episodes. The character development, the story so far, what's about to go forward. He has a goal right now. It's not a permanent goal, but it's like a little side mission for now. Eventually, when he meets the main characters that we see in the opening, he'll eventually get his main mission from them, most likely. But so far, it's been really good, enjoyable. I'm really loving this series. Can't wait for next week episode when they meet the dwarves. See what's gonna go down there. Never know, he may eat a dwarf and gain some skill. Who knows? But he may learn something too. Who knows? I mean, every episode he's learning something. So he's gonna most likely learn something from the dwarves. It's just how he does it is the question. But again, great episode. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you already watched it, go watch it again. Really good. Please comment below what you thought of the episode and what you expect and what you hope to see next episode. And please like, comment, share, subscribe. Share with your family and friends. And also, I forgot to mention this, but I'm loving the opening and the ending songs for Slime. That time I got reincarnated into the Slime anime. The anime opening and ending are very good. They're not like top notch, but they're not shallow either. They're pretty mellow and cool. And I love the visuals. And I can't wait for the slime to get that human form that we see in the opening. Because that guy with the long blue hair is a slime. For y'all that haven't caught on to that. So, can't wait for that. But that's all I have for y'all this time, guys. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.